Hello, beloved. Last week we discussed how loving yourself spiritually sets the foundation of how you love yourself physically and also how you love your soul, your mind, will, and emotions. So, on today, as our focus is on just loving yourself from a physical perspective or loving your body, we're going to look at different areas in our blog today that help set the course for that. In other words, I can't love myself physically if emotionally I'm not intact, or I can't try to do everything I can possibly do to make sure I'm physically fit if I'm carrying resentment or if I'm carrying unforgiveness in my heart, because that also takes a toll on your emotional state, which takes a toll on you physically. A lot of times we forget that it's a correlation between how I'm handling situations emotionally and how that affects me mentally. In order to have just total well being, you have to take into account your spiritual self, your physical self, which is your body, and also your soul, which is, again, your mind, will, and emotions. So, how do we take care of that? We look at the total person, again, as it relates to your holistic health. I've said this many times before. In order for you to have total healing, all these factors play a part. And there are times we may be wondering why it's this physical ailment manifesting, that the base and the root of that is, again, some unresolved situations that we've neglected. So, again, how do we love our body? Because if you're not looking at the emotional effect or the mental effect that maybe some of your habits and behaviors contain, you're missing the point of just holistic health and why it's important you take into account all the factors that are there. So, loving my body entails that I'm eating properly, I'm giving my body the nutrition that it needs so that it can repair itself. Not only am I feeding my body what it needs, but also exercise. I mentioned this earlier. You want to get circulation moving. That helps with detoxing, that helps with your lymphatic system moving, because all these play a role in your mental health, which is what we'll discuss next week. So get your plan in place and put more time into you as you love on yourself like never before. I'll see you back here soon.